The most protected presidents in the world. The government owes us protection and safety as its fundamental right, but even at that, there are priorities. And nothing is of higher priority than our heads of state. Heads of state, or in this case, presidents, are our symbol of authority, so they need to be protected at all costs. That being said, Get Curious is bringing you the most protected presidents on the planet. Number 1. Kim Jong-un. During one of the visits to South Korea by the North Korean president, Kim Jong-un was traveling in a flashy armored vehicle escorted by up to 10 bodyguards. He's currently one of the most protected presidents in the world, not because he has the most advanced technology, but because he has a lot of people who are willing to risk their lives for him. More than 15,000 bodyguards are at his disposal, obviously not all at once. And in addition to that, he has a group called the Special Command, which numbers up to 120,000 to protect both the president himself and Pyongyang. A lot of people may call him paranoid, but he's not actually. His predecessors suffered a string of assassinations, and let's just say he's not too keen on joining the family business. Number 2. Shinzo Abe. Japan. The Japanese Prime Minister travels in a convoy of heavily armored vehicles accompanied by heavily armed bodyguards. Also, if he's moving along a busy road, the security detail literally pops their heads out of the window and tells everyone to slow down, as a busy road and heavy traffic could make him a sitting target for attacks. Some of the roads can get narrow, so narrow that it's usually difficult for most of his armored vehicles to pass through. So to lighten his travel, fewer cars are used and the rest are made up by walking or running sets of bodyguards. Number 3. Xi Jinping. China. The central security business of the Communist Party of China has the sole responsibility of protecting the lives and properties of the Chinese elites, which in this case refers to the president. The total number of employees and soldiers number up to 8,000, groups of which are divided into 7, all performing different functions and duties. Some of the factors that make his guards top of the line are their strict entry criteria like physique and physical training, mental training, and discipline, as well as a good education and intellect. The president also seems to mount stronger pressure on the guards by ensuring that they have at least 6 years of professional service, must be able to handle at least 8 types of firearms, and fire on enemies simultaneously with both their hands. All of these are criteria to qualify as one of his personal security detail. His guards are also heavily armed with up to 3 different guns and a combat knife. They're always ready for combat, so much so that if they're on the move in their vehicles, cars are always partially opened to quicken their response time. Number 4. The Pope. Vatican. Okay, you may be asking yourself, is he really a president? Isn't he a spiritual leader? Why is he even on the list? But it'll shock you to know that he is actually the leader of the Vatican, and the Vatican identifies as a separate state, so that kinda, sorta, technically makes him a president. The Pope is protected by a group called the Swiss Guards, and they aren't just there to play dress up, they're there to serve and protect the Pope till death. The guards have to work very hard every day, most especially because the Pope is very busy and a popular individual, so he's always on the move in crowded areas where an attack is very easy to execute, like the attack on Pope John Paul II in 1981. The recent Pope is even more open to public than his predecessors, so he has to be kept at a close watch at all times. He moves around in a vehicle known as the Pope-mobile, and if you want him to bless your child, you'll have to pass him through one of his bodyguards just in case a threat is concealed in the clothing, like a bomb or poison gas. The Pope is known to be unpredictable and can just randomly approach an individual, so you know how stressful the work of his guards are. Number 5. Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Turkey. The president of Turkey is very keen on ensuring a state-of-the-art security team, which includes a flashy motorcade that travels the streets at top speed, providing a source of bright light for night travels. When he isn't in his fancy car, he's traveling in a bulletproof bus with trained snipers standing on the roof. Imagine someone hits the brakes. Also, there are snipers on the ground to survey the environment and open fire just in case there's a threat. Number 6. Queen Elizabeth II. This list would never be complete without the legendary British monarch Queen Elizabeth herself. Although she's not the ruler of Great Britain, a lot of funds is dedicated to ensuring her life and the lives of other people in the royal household are safe. The royal guards at Buckingham Palace are responsible for this, and they ensure day in and out that the Queen is safe and in her compound. When she's on the move, she's followed by a row of cars and motorcycles to ensure she's protected and the traffic is at a free flow to prevent her from becoming a sitting target. And it's not really a waste of money, as 2 British teenagers threw eggs at her vehicle. One hitting her car door and the other hitting her windshield. Nobody was hurt, but the troublemakers were arrested. Other incidents involved people sneaking into her bedroom and watching her sleep. All of this adds up to why her security detail is quite paranoid. Number 7. Alpha Conde, Guinea. This list really would not be complete without at least one African president, now would it? Alpha Conde has been the president of Guinea since 2010, and an assassination attempt really got the security system uptight. When he is on the move, he can be clearly seen popping his head up from the roof of his car with a sense of bravery. Accompanying that car, though, is a set of motorcycles and some armored vehicles ready to jump in at any time. Number 8. Vladimir Putin. A lot of people love him as they claim he saved Russia during the collapse of the USSR. For others, he's seen as a man who has done so much to cling on to power for as long as he can. All of these varied opinions contribute to why he needs solid protection at all times. His protection lies in the hand of the Federal Protective Service, and their exact members are unknown, although speculations arrive at close to 50,000. They've also subdued a lot of assassination attempts at the head of states, too. From the moment he steps out of his jet, he is closely escorted by well-dressed and most definitely armed men into his limousine. When he's on the road, he's escorted in his limousine by a lot of motorcycles on a road that surprisingly seems free of any vehicles. A team tries to ensure that every threat is subdued. The team tries to ensure everywhere is clean from threats instead of trying to keep up with heavy traffic like some other presidents do. Whether the zero traffic was a one-time thing or his protocol, he sure is super sensitive about security. Number 9. Donald Trump. The president of the most powerful nation in the world and no doubt one of the most powerful men alive, Donald Trump, is said to have even been super sensitive about his security when he was just a billionaire and not yet elected, and hired former Secret Service agents and members of the Navy SEAL for protection. CNN stated that before he was elected president, the security of himself and his family cost him more than $1 million a day. This was enough to help him hire any amount of escorts he wants. Also, the Secret Service gives him and other political figures nicknames like Magnate for Trump and Muse for the First Lady. He travels in a heavily guarded limousine named the Beast, which is made up of heavy doors, waterproof ceiling in case of submergence, airtight windows and doors to prevent toxic gas from seeping in, a bomb-proof body, and even a personal blood bank bearing his correct blood type in case of an emergency blood transfusion. Now that you've seen the protection protocols of world leaders, you decide, is it really worth it or is it grossly overpriced? Let me know in the comments section. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification icon to get our fresh content delivered to you. We hope to see you in our next video. Till then, be safe, keep exploring, and we'll see you around. Bye-bye.